More than 1,400 flood defence projects now know they're getting funding to better protect hundreds of thousands of homes. The Treasury's revealed the schemes that will receive a share of the £2.3 billion already set aside to be spent over the next 6 years. It includes a £15 million investment in Somerset, which was badly affected by flooding last winter.
This is the largest and also longest lasting programme of flood investment that we've seen. And by setting out a budget for 6 years and giving the Environment Agency the time to work through in detail which schemes to choose, we've got a programme which will protect 300,000 houses, which will protect a lot of businesses and farmland, and most importantly save the country from something like £30 billion of economic damage if this work hadn't been done.
And we'll have full coverage of the autumn statement tomorrow, beginning in sunrise, followed by a special programme at 11 a.m. You'll also be able to follow the Chancellor's announcement on our website and mobile apps. There's been a rise in the number of people aged 40 or over seeking treatment for heroin and cocaine addiction. According to Public Health England, the so-called train-spotting generation now make up more than a third of the total population of adults receiving specialist help to quit drugs. Overall, the total number of adults seeking treatment for heroin and crack cocaine addiction in England has more than doubled in 10 years.
I was getting older and older and I'd not achieved anything. I was going to wake up one day, 65, 70 years old, still on heroin. It frightened the life out of me that I would completely waste my whole life being on heroin.
Almost £24 million was lost to phone scammers in the UK last year. That's up from £7 million in 2012, with new figures showing more than half of the public received suspect calls in 2013. In a campaign launched today, banks, credit card companies and the police have joined together to offer advice to consumers. President Obama is calling for millions of dollars in funding to help provide more police officers with body cameras. The White House has said the cameras could help bridge the deep mistrust between law enforcement and the public in the wake of the police shooting of black teenager Michael Brown in Ferguson, Missouri, which sparked protests across the country. Mr. Obama's asked Congress to provide $263 million, that's around £167 million, to pay for the equipment.
The sense that in a country where one of our basic principles, perhaps the most important principle, is equality under the law, that too many individuals, particularly young people of color, do not feel as if they are being treated fairly.
A dangerous water rescue in America has been caught on camera. It happened on the Des Moines River in the state of Iowa as emergency crews responded to reports of a man who jumped into the icy water. When the man wouldn't get out on his own, they were forced to go in themselves. But that didn't quite go according to plan when one of them also fell through the ice. Rescuers were eventually able to get the man out by tying a rope around him and pulling him to shore.